As undisputed player offering high technology features, Over IT now elevates the technician's experience in the field, guaranteeing they have the required materials and quantities at the right place and time inside their van. Let's suppose to be John, a technician working in the company Energy and Utility Limited. At the beginning of each week, he goes to the relevant central warehouse and withdraws the materials needed for executing the activities assigned. He starts carrying out the first activity scheduled for the week, but realizes too late that he does not have all the materials he needs in his van, as he made a wrong estimation of the quantity of materials to withdraw from the central warehouse to perform the activities. Therefore, he needs to return to the central warehouse to collect additional materials and complete the activity. Inaccurate estimation also results in mismanagement of the field technician's time, as well as of materials and the mileage to travel. The next-gen FSM Platform 2023 Wave 2 release ensures that all technicians are equipped with the parts and materials in the right quantities inside their vans to complete the activity on the first try. The Mobile Warehouse Management feature allows technicians to display all materials they need to perform a given work order, monitor stock, and view any critical issues or replenishment needs based on the work scheduled. Technicians can now go to the central warehouse once only and complete their tasks on the first attempt. In this way, they meet the deadline set by having everything they need to complete the activities effectively and efficiently, while better managing time, decreasing the mileage traveled, saving business costs, and registering a higher customer satisfaction. Let's go back to the previous example and imagine that John is working for the Oil and Gas Limited, which manages the gas network in Miami. The technician is assigned an urgent and unexpected activity. He must fix a gas leak as soon as possible. The technician takes note of the pressing need, consults the materials required for executing the activity, and realizes that he does not have a specific material in his van to perform and solve the problem. Consequently, he must go to the central warehouse and withdraw the material required, thus not being able to act effectively and timely. After having acknowledged the need for urgent action, the next-gen FSM Platform 2023 Wave 2 release supports technicians, allowing them to instantly locate the closest colleague or central warehouse, having the material needed and available for withdrawal to execute the urgent and unexpected activity. In this way, the technician is equipped with the adequate tools to deal with the urgency by displaying the closest warehouse, thus better managing time, decreasing the mileage traveled, and ensuring to be timely on site to intervene and avert further damage and danger. Moreover, the Mobile Warehouse Management feature enables to keep track of materials within warehouses and manage their handling accurately and effectively for tracing materials during their life cycle and timely updating their availability in the different warehouses. Control warehouse stock at a given time. Stock changes over time and is updated as a result of movements deriving from warehouse operations. For this reason, it is essential to know the availability of materials for replenishing technicians traveling warehouses. Move materials within a central warehouse through manual operations, batch operations, i.e. files, API integrations. Provide field technicians with smart tools to debrief both managed and unmanaged materials when executing their activity. Organize managed or unmanaged materials in stock. Monitor quantities in stock, highlighting any understock or overstock situations to facilitate the process of reordering or rebalancing the stock of materials in the different warehouses. Plan materials and quantities needed by technicians for the upcoming activities to be performed, possibly even rescheduling the planning period. Track all movements of materials throughout their life cycle, from first loading into the warehouse until unloading, or tracking a specific material, e.g., because it is defective, needs to be replaced or withdrawn. The Mobile Warehouse Management feature brings tangible benefits to field service organizations such as ensuring the correct activity execution by rapidly identifying the materials needed, reducing costs through a more efficient management of material supply, responding to unexpected support requests which may be made during the technician's working day, having a greater visibility of and control over warehouse operations, enabling the organization to make informed decisions and prevent storage or material handling problems, managing requests rapidly and tracking the materials to be moved. Let's now see a quick demo to clearly understand all the benefits presented so far. Let's go back to Case 1, where John, a technician working for the company Energy Utility Limited, needs to replenish his supplies for performing the following week's activities. He goes to the central warehouse and withdraws the materials needed to execute the activities assigned. Before the end of his working week, the technician John spends a few minutes figuring out what materials he needs to complete the activities scheduled for the following week. On his device, he relies on the mobile warehouse management feature and in the Expected Until field enters the date, i.e., the last day of the following week, to view the types of materials and quantities he needs for performing the work orders scheduled for the entire week. In this way, he understands if he has to request them. Next to the current quantity is displayed the expected quantity value. The field refers to the amount of materials needed up to the date entered to complete all the activities assigned. The expected quantity field of some materials is highlighted in red, meaning that it is in understock. John can therefore proceed with the replenishment request to his central warehouse by easily selecting the needed materials, creating the replenishment request, and forwarding it. Tom, the warehouse clerk, receives John's replenishment request and prepares all the materials required. John comes by Monday morning to withdraw the materials. Checks them, clicks Receive on his device, and loads them into his truck. He is now sure that he has all the materials he needs to perform the activities scheduled for the entire week, without having to return to the central warehouse several times, thus ensuring that the work is done correctly. Let's now consider use case 2. It is Monday morning, and the technician John is in the field performing the activities assigned. He is suddenly contacted by his manager because there is a leak at the safety valve of a hospital heating system in the west area of Miami. Failure to act in a timely manner could cause extensive damage to the entire system, besides leaving the hospital without heating. John therefore needs to address the problem immediately. He displays the work order on his device and realizes that he does not have the part needed to perform the activity. Despite his thoroughness in planning the weekly replenishment, as seen in the previous case, here an urgent and unexpected need has emerged. The new mobile warehouse management feature responds effectively to this use case. John accesses the locate functionality from his device to determine the closest supply point. The functionality locates all the closest colleagues and central warehouses where to withdraw the necessary valve for repair. John discovers that his colleague Mark has some valves available in his van, so he creates an in-field type transfer request to require the material. Mark is notified of John's need in real time. After confirming that he has additional parts of this type, he defines a location where to meet John and give him the part. John uses the navigation functionality to reach the location stated. Here he finds Mark and takes the part he needs. John is now ready to perform the unexpected and urgent activity occurred, being equipped with the most adequate tools. In this way, field technicians are able to quickly find the part needed, thus saving time, mileage traveled, and avoiding possible delays, as this may result in damage and danger to the system.